David Lennon. David Lennon is an award-winning columnist and author who has been a staff writer at Newsday since 1991. He was named one of the top 10 columnists in the country by the Associated Press sports editors in 2014 and also took first place in that category for New York State that same year. Lennon began covering baseball for Newsday as the Yankees beat writer in 1995, the season the Bombers snapped a 14-year playoff drought by becoming the American League's first wildcard team. 2 World Series rings later, Lennon left the Yankees beat after the 1998 season, bounced between the Bronx and Shea for the next 3 years, then took over on the Mets for the demise of Bobby Valentine in 2002. He became Newsday's national baseball writer in 2012. Lennon also is a Hall of Fame voter, a former chairman of the New York chapter of the Baseball Writers Association of America and co-author of the Great New York Sports Debate. Show more. Houston. The Yankees have become so skilled at beating the odds, so confident in their ability to flip the script, that setting up another Dawdy scenario for Saturday night's Game 7 of the ALCS felt like just another chapter of their grand plan. 8 months ago, when the Yankees first gathered at Steinbrenner Field in Tampa, no one really had a grasp of what this developing roster could accomplish, other than maybe climb a few more rungs on the learning curve en route to a 4th-place finish in the American League East. Latest columns fast forward to Saturday at Minute Maid Park, and largely the same core, with some notable upgrades, was one win away from the franchise's first World Series berth in 8 years, thanks to a 40 mark when facing elimination this month. That 2009 title, also known as number 27 for the franchise, was secured much differently from the Yankees' current pursuit of number 28, which has been an out-of-the-blue dash for the 4 Classic. The '09 Shoms were constructed specifically for the purpose, bolstered by the winter acquisitions of CC Sabathia, Mark Teixeira and A.J. Burnett, at a total investment of nearly $425 million. Yankees Elks Game 7. Yankees at Astros. Compare that with last off-season, when Brian Cashman passed on trading for Chris Sale, clung tightly to his prize prospects and spent $86 million to bring back Aroldis Chapman, the top closer on the market but in apparent luxury for a team not expected to contend in 2017. We were dead wrong on that assessment. And these Yankees taught us that there can be a more organic method of striving for a World Series rather than following the Steinbrenner blueprint to the letter, as the '09 club did. Those Yankees, in Joe Girardi's second year at the helm, won the AL East title by 8 games, swept the Twins in the division series and always had the upper hand in the ALCS before outlasting the Angels in 6 games. When they dethroned the Phillies, the reigning Shoms, by taking another 6-game series, the Yankees' prevailing sentiment was relief. It was expected with that club, Girardi said before Friday's Game 6. And I think the mentality, as we're entering September, if you don't win the World Series, it's a failure. I know as a player in 1998, we felt more pressure that year for the World Series because we felt like we had to validate the season. So I think there's a much different feeling because we were a wild card. We weren't a division winner with the best record. We were the underdog in most series that we've been in. I think our guys have handled it very well. Well, politely disagree with Girardi's use of the underdog label. That's a debatable term for a club that totes a $200 million payroll. But there is a liberating sense of abandon that comes with low expectations, and these Yankees were freed from the pressure early on, which in turn enabled this next generation of Yankees to just play the game. That's what they've shown since opening day, when they sprinted to a 219 start, suffered through a July-August swoon, then rebounded to chase the Red Sox right down to the season's final weekend. Yankees hope to be rude visitors after 6 months of weathering that turbulence. The Yankees you've seen in October are a product of both the struggle and the success, so it's a mistake to think they might be derailed by a few more bumps. The process didn't make them impervious to losing, as they did in falling behind 0-2 to the Indians and Astros. Simply better equipped to calmly brush off the dirt and disappointment from Friday's Game 6 loss at Minute Maid Park, then go back to work the next night with the season at stake. It's among the primary reasons the Yankees were still playing Saturday night. Just the way we can turn the page, said Sabathia, who was 100 with a 1.69 ERA in 13 starts this season after a Yankees loss. It's something that these guys have a gift to do. It's hard to do, especially for a young team. And they seem to do that every day. Look at Aaron Judge. Entering Saturday, the Yankees' MVP candidate had struck out 26 times during these playoffs, more than half his 44 at-bats, but still showed the perseverance to dare some of the most crucial hits. During the series-turning Game 4 comeback, Judge blasted one of his 3 ALCS homers and later smacked the tying RBI double off Astros closer Ken Giles. Overall in the ALCS, Judge was hitting .3006 for 20 with 7 RBIs and 5 runs scored heading into Game 7. "We've got our backs against the wall again," Todd Frazier said, summing up the Yankees' 2017 postseason. "But we've been here before.